Hey guys, Rich Pasini from Everyday Vlogging. Today I'm going to do a photo shoot and I'm going to show you little tips and tricks on a program I use that removes backgrounds. That's coming up. Stick around. Hi guys, welcome to Everyday Vlogging with Rich Pasini. Today I'm getting ready to do a photo shoot on the cups and mugs I did yesterday. I don't know if you've seen that video. I think there's a total of 19 pieces I have to do video, shoots on, photos I should say. And I just wanted to share a little tip and trick and try to show you how to highlight an item that's white against a white backdrop. That's what I'm using right now here. I got my camera set up over here and I'm going to do okay guys, as you can see here, I got my camera set up on a tripod here. I got a black cloth, well actually it's a black towel, and I got a damp cloth and a brush. And you probably wonder, what's the brush for? What's the brush have to do with photos? No, well, I'll tell you in a second. But anyway, I want to show you when you're using or taking a picture of a white item, against a white background, how in some cases it could help the picture out. In some cases, it can take away from the picture. So I'm going to zoom in on my camera. I'm going to take my camera, I got my digital video camera up here, and I'm going to show you the picture before and after. Now, with this here, it's a white. You can see it's a white. Cookie jar, right? It's an M&M's cookie jar. And I'm going to get ready to put this up on eBay, so I want to take pictures of it. And there's two ways to do it. I always look at it this way. White on white, it's okay. But for the most part, if you want to really enhance something, really get the true colors of pop, sometimes it always pays to change the background. Okay, I also keep a damp rag for the simple reason is if something's been laying around for a while in the storage or wherever you store your stuff, it'll tend to get dusty and you don't want that there, especially if you got a camera that does macro zoom, stuff like that. You believe it or not, this camera, pretty much any camera that has a macro zoom in it, if you're doing close-ups like I am, I'm like maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet away. In some cases, it will show up. You will see that dust on there. So it's always good to just take a damp cloth, and just kind of brush around it really quick, because I've seen that happen, folks, where sometimes you think everything's nice and clean, and then later on you find out, oh my gosh, you're looking at the camera, and now you got to reshoot the picture again. Now you probably wonder, what's the brush for? The brush, for the simple reason is, I try to keep, if you notice, this is a plastic tarp here that I use here. It's to protect the backdrop. For those, I don't know if you guys watched one of my videos, I showed you how to make a homemade, this is a trifold backdrop here. And I took a clean sheet, cut it out to size, and I used 2 boards. I used the display boards. The large display board came from Walmart, and the small one you can't see because it's being covered, of course. That came from the dollar store. And all I did was I took the cloth and the sheet and stapled it all around. And each time I got to use it to take the photos, it's a trifold. It folds up. One goes up this way, and then it goes that way. You know what I'm saying? It's a trifold, and it's easy to store, and you have to worry, especially if you're pressed for space. I'm working in the studio here, so this is a small area. So for the most part, I need to keep everything, as small and compact as possible, but still try to get the same effects. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause my camera in a second, but you probably wonder what the brush is, so I'm already getting sidetracked already. The brush is, like I said, this is cloth. This here backdrop is cloth. This is the plastic. Now, if you're going to do it with the plastic, you don't need this here. But this here has felt tips on it here. Felt bottom here. See it? You can see the felt there. Okay, when they lay around the shelf, sometimes they collect a lot of dust. And the whole purpose of that is just to clean the dust off it, I already did it before, but that's what the brush is for. So you can see it looks pretty clean. All right, and not only that, if you're going to send this out to your particular buyer, you don't want to sell it. You don't want to send it out like that anyway. I always give everything once over anyway. Even after I take the pictures of this here, it's cleaned up with dusted off. Before I actually pack it up and send it out to the buyer, I will make sure it's been redusted again and check it out, because I don't store in plastic because I like to keep them on the shelf, so when I know it again, they get wrapped up in plastic after the person makes the purchase, But anyway, I'm going to move this cloth here, and I'm going to show you the basically how it's going to enhance the photo, with the white background and with the flash on, with the flash off. Okay. We have a lot of white out here. There is light coming out. I got the curtains drawn back there for the simple reason is I don't want too much light reflection, because you're getting the reflection from here. So I'm going to pause my camera for a second, and I'm going to zoom in on my camera here so you can see the before and after. Okay. Okay. I positioned my video camera right on my digital camera's lens, screen here. It's small. I know it's a small screen, but what can I tell you? I'm not going to buy a brand new camera for a bigger screen. It still does the same job. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to set the setting over here. You can't see it. I'm moving my hands right here. I'm going to set it with the flash on, and I'm going to show you what it's like with the picture with the flash on here, how it looks. Oh no, with the flash off. I'm sorry. Flash on. Here we go. Now with the flash on. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, that's with the flash on. You can see it's a little on the white side, very white, right? Now you might say, okay, well, that's a simple thing. Just take off the flash. I'm going to take the flash off now. Okay, now you got some shadows behind it because there's no flash on it. But now watch when I change it around. I'm going to put the black backdrop there. It's a simple little tip. Hopefully you guys will use it and get something out of it, I hope. So I'm going to pause my camera. I'm going to change the background in there. And then I'm going to show you the difference between before and after, okay? All right. Okay, here we have the backdrop there. Okay, you can see it's black, right? You can see the black background here. The picture's still okay. It's just that if you look on the right side of it, you'll see, well, you can't see, okay, I don't want to get well over here. Oh, everything's going to come out reversed. Anyway, it's a little dark side to it. So we're going to add the flash to it, okay? You can't see me what I'm doing here with the controls on the camera, but here's with the flash on. Now, you see the clarity in the picture, how it brought it out? It really popped, right? I mean, really, you can see everything in there. You can see the true color with the flash on. With the flash off, this is how it's going to look. So I'm not even bothered putting the flash, enabling the flash off right now. But let's go back. I'm going to move my camera over here and do a review. Here it is with the flash on, with the black backdrop. Let's see if I get back to the other one there. Okay, I'm going to have to probably do it again. I don't know what happened. One second, folks. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, and this is without the backdrop. Okay, you can see a lot of splashing, like a lot of white, overshadowing the item itself. You can see you can't get the true color on. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we add the flash on, forget about it. It'll really get white out. One more time with this here, show you with the flash on. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad, but you can see a difference again when it comes with the black background and the white one. Okay, so one more time, and then I'm going to go back to my computer screen, and I'm going to show you this cool program I got that removes background images. But one more time with this, I'm going to show you. Okay, and here it is on the screen. I know it's a little hard to see because you're still getting like a white flash. I can see it over here. It's still like kind of like a whitish tint over there on my video camera. But again, let's do it with the flash on. And you can see it's a lot better there. It's a lot darker. I'm quite sure you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Okay, enough with that there. That's just a little trick on there how to do it. And it could also be done with white as well. If you've got a white background, with red, I'm just saying, like for example, this camera here with this cup, this mug here. Let me take this out for a second here. Same thing with that mug. Okay? That's a red mug. It looks good. Make sure though, you got everything kind of like, evened out over here. Same thing though, see? Now you could put now that red mug would go good even on a white background. Okay? Now I'm getting a lot of light coming from the side, but let's see what happens when we add the flash to it. Let's see. Now, see how it looks? See the difference? You can't see it over here, but on my camera it looks really good. Okay? But we're going to upload these photos. Okay? Now I'm not done with it because I got like 19 of these to take. So this is just kind of like a little, photo tutorial. I want to show you how I do my photos. So let me go to the computer. Let me upload these pictures here, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how it looks and how we could take care of it, make it look better. Okay, here I got my little Sony Sabi shot, and I'm going to remove the memory card here. Comes in the back right there. I'll take it out, and I'm going to pop it into the computer, and it will automatically load up to play memories. So I'm gonna move out of here really quick, and I'll show you with the next step. Okay, I'm going to plug the memory stick in the computer, and we're in Play Memories Home. And again, like I said earlier, folks, this here, you could use this here. It's free to download, so check it out if you get a chance. Okay, we're going to import the media in here. I'm going to click the button over here, and it's going to import the media. It takes a little time here, not too much time, but a little time. Okay, Now we're going to click it bigger. We're going to make these pictures bigger here. And I'm going to show you the before and after with the background, without. Let's see if we can get it to work over here. There we go. Okay, as you can see here, I'm not worried about this. Some people, yeah, but don't you want the wrinkles and stuff like that? I'm not worried about that because when you upload it with eBay, they also have a photo enhancement app that's, well, it's something that's built in. It's integrated with there. So you could always take all of this out if you choose to do so. Okay, that's how it looks with the black background. Okay, I should have taken tape to take out all this little fine dust. I'm surprised I got dusty, but yeah, if you want to really make it look good and professional, just take regular tape there, packing tape, the clear one, and just stick it off like that there as well. Okay, now you can see this here, no doubt. This one here was with the flash on. You can see it's very bright. Everything's really popping out over here. This is with the flash off. But even with the flash off, it's okay. It's a little dark on this side here. As you can see, it's dark. All right. So, and that's how it looks white against the white. It's not bad. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, I like it, but the dark background kind of like really enhanced it. That was with the flash on, by the way. So you kind of like made it too bright, right? But this with the flash off. Okay, now it's a little too dark. All right. And I just took a photo shot just to move it a little way, move the camera position it away a little to see. And again, because you got, like I said, we got white on white here. Okay, you can still see it. I mean, it's still good. I mean, this here really, stands out, the wooden cover. But again, there's nothing like having it on a black background. You can see it really shows it up. It really enhances the picture. Okay, but again, it's not bad. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, I kind of like the background. I think it makes it more stand out. It stands out more. All right, same thing with the Mickey Mouse cup. Okay. This really goes good. And I'm sure this would be good also on a white background as well because it is red and yellow. All right. But for the most part, all intents and purposes, we're going to keep it that way. Now, there's a program I got, and I'm going to go to it right now. It's called Background Burner. Okay. Now, this program here, you can give you the URL to get to it. It's this is how I got to it anyway. It's https://burner.bonanza.com. Okay. I don't know if you click this on here. It's the personal edition. I don't know. Let's say it'll bring it right back there. It should bring you to the same thing. Yeah. So that URL is good. All right. And what you're going to do, folks, is you're going to go into your files. Now, I was testing it out with this. Now, white on white is a little different. Okay. It might not work that good on that. Okay. As far as that part goes, you got to be careful with the background burner. In some cases, it will work good, and in some cases, it won't. So let's go over here to the YouTube pictures here. Actually, we got to go to videos. This is the one where I just loaded up the new stuff here, the new photos right here. Now, let's just say for all intents and purposes, I want to use this photo here. Let's just say I want to use it, okay, with the white background. We'll try this one here. When you click on the open, you're going to get this little thing up here. It's going to say updating. You're going to get the original image and the background burner. The little dragons are going to come out here and blow all that background away. Okay, he's over there huffing and puffing. All right. Now, see, here's the problem. This is the problem that arises when you're working with a white background. Okay, it bleaches it right out. That's a problem. So keep in mind, folks, if you're going to use background burner, use it on a darker picture. Don't use this one here. So we're gonna get out of this and do another one. I'm gonna show you another one here. Now with the red mug, let's try the red one now. Let's see how this works. It's a cool program. It does work good. It's just that you gotta know what you use because it's actually gonna take out the background. But if it's a dark color, this should work perfect. Let's see what happens here. Gotta give it a little time. This guy's taking a little long. All right. Now again, you see, in some cases you got this here. You still got this around it. Okay. So in some parts, again, for some reason, it's taking all the white. Anything that's white in the reflection, whatever, it's blotting it out. Okay. So you really, if you're going to use background burner, you could check it out. You could work with it. You could also use the touch up on here too. Now the touch up, when you hit that screen on here, if you move the cursor up here like that there, it should do stuff like here. Let me see now. Let me see if I can get this here to work right. All right, like for example here, if you want to get rid of this, you could do it like that. See? Now, again, why it didn't take this here, I don't know why. Maybe because it reflected. I don't know. Okay, but you could also take out like the inside here. Like, look, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You gotta have a steady hand with this. I'm doing it with a mouse, folks. All right, like that. See, and now you got the clear. That's right here. Now, why it got rid of this part, I don't know. Let's see if we could bend this back here. I don't think you could. No. All right. It does work. It does work good. All right. But you can see it does take out the background. Now, the only thing is, as far as that part goes, I don't know why it blotted out. That's Mickey, part of Mickey's ear. Now, the only thing I could think of, all right, and I'm going to try it again, and this is why, in a way, I'm glad it shows up like this here. What I'm going to do is take a picture without the background. See, here's the thing. If you're going to take a picture and use background burner, in some cases, it will work with a different background. As you can see, it's got the background here, the black. Now, I'm going to take a picture again, and I'm going to show you the difference between doing it with a black background, a dark color on a background, and a dark color on a white background, and show you the difference, okay? So bear with me for 1 second. Okay, I reshot the photos. I did 2 with the flash on, with the flash off, without the black background. So we're going to choose a photo, and we're going to go with the flash off on this one here. There's 2. These are the 2 ones I did. This is with the flash on, with the flash off, and I'm going to show you the difference in comparison as far as it comes out. So let's go with the one with the flash off, and we'll see where this goes. Okay, you know the process. You see what's happening here. Now, if the background, the background, now look how perfect this came out. All right, this came out pretty much close to perfect outside the bottom of here. But then again, that's probably Mickey's face over there that got whited out a little here. And this one here looks good. All right, this is the one I would go for right now. I wouldn't go with this one, because this one looks just about as perfect. All right, so let's go here. The only thing I would do with this one here is take this out. All right, and the bottom here. So what you're going to do is when you go to the touch up, okay, you go to touch up, just take your mouse cursor and move it a little like that there. Like that. All right, now you got that off. And I would go in here, right, like this. Well, my hand's not that steady, folks. I'm sorry. You move it around like this. Well, that's why they give you the touch-up feature, too, because they know it's not going to be exactly perfect with certain things, or maybe it will in some cases. All right, and you take that out. And now look how nice it looks. Okay, you could always sharpen this up a little here if it looks a little too curvy. You could just go like this again. If you have your mouse follow this thing around here, let's see what my mouse is off. My mouse cursor, I should say, not the mouse. It's going to mess up Mickey Mouse's face. All right. Well, you get the gist of it. You could play around with it, and once you're done with it, you could finish it up and you can keep it. All right. Now this came out pretty good. All right. Now this is with the flash off. All right. Let's do another one. Let's go back and do it with the flash on. I'm just curious to see something here. I want to see and show you guys what the difference is with the flash off, how the background burner works with the flash off as opposed to the one that works with the flash on. Okay, so just remember to see it. I'm not going to save it. I'm not going to download it because I'm going to be taking more photos, and I'll do the retouch up later on. So let's go back here again. Let's do the one with the flash on. It's a little more brighter. Okay, and let's see how this works out now. It takes a little time to load up. Let's see how this looks here. I can see it already. You can see the way the picture looks. You can see it's going to blot out pictures. It's going to blot out some of the photo here. I can see it already. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Well, over here, I was looking at this one first. Too quick to jump to conclusions here, folks. This one looks really good. I like this one here. This one looks really good. And this is with the flash on. So this looks pretty good. We see over here, not this one. I wouldn't get rid of this one. I would dismiss this one here. But this one looks good right here. And this one. Well, this one here's got a shadow. So you still got the shadow there. And it's got a little part of it. But this one here I like. Okay, this one I like. And this one here, again, if you're going to take this one here and you want to get rid of that, you want to make it look really nice, just do your touch up. If you got a steady hand, remember you're not going to deal with this stuff on the outside. You're going to deal with this here. So just remember one more time. Let me see some, hold on. It's really a cool program, to be honest with you folks. Now, you might say, wait a minute, if I got 100 of these things, I'm not going to go through this all the time. No, I wouldn't expect you to. I'm saying on certain photos that if you don't want to, you want to try to make them pop and look really good, that's when you would use this here. Okay, and then what you would do is, of course, after you finish, then you would save it, you would download it, right? And it's finished, just say working on here. And that's basically it. And then you could download it, and you could use this in your eBay photos. Okay, I like it. I like the program, and that's called Background Burner, as you can see right here. And I'll give you the URL one more time. It's https://burner.bonanza.com. And with that little note, we're going to back out of here. So let me take my glasses off. Okay, and the other thing I want to show you is about that photo enhancement that you could use with eBay, within eBay, matter of fact. If you have photos that need to be retouched up, contrast is off, brightness, or maybe you need to crop a picture, eBay has the tools already embedded in their system. But the only thing is to use it, you have to be in your revised listing section first in order to use those tools. That's coming up. Check it out. Okay. The photo, if you want to retouch a photo up, add contrast to it, sharpen it, brighten it up, whatever, crop it. eBay has a little built-in thing here, a little photo, I call retouch up app in here, or integrated into their website. And it's very easy to work with and use. Some people never knew about it. I didn't really know too much about it until I accidentally came across it. I stumbled on it. It's like, what is this here? Because, me, I'm very curious by nature. I always like to explore things and see what it's all about and how these things work. That's just the way I am. But in order to make this work, you got to go into revise your listing. Okay, when you click on revise listing, it's working. It's taking a little longer than usual, folks. I'm sorry. Okay, you got to be in revise listing in order for this to work. So what you're going to do is right along here. If guys, you guys never knew about it, they got all these little things here. You got a crop tool, you got a rotate tool. You got your adjust brightness and contrast, you got a sharpen tool, and you also have your auto adjust. And of course you got your trash can in case you don't like them. Now, I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not going to expand too much on it. But let's say I want to get some of the background out of here. Like somebody say, I want to crop it. All right, I want to crop it. All right. You hit this little crop tool, you're going to get this little square. You reposition it and make sure you're not cutting too much off, because you don't want to do, don't focus on just this here. You got to get the whole thing in here, or just like this part here. Right, and you just crop it to where you want it. And folks, when you do crop it like this here, and you do, use the crop feature, it does make the picture a little bigger, believe it or not, because you got to think about it. You're getting rid of all this excess space here. Okay, so make sure you get it where you want. Make sure you don't cut nothing off, and you're going to hit save. All right. Now, when you save it, the picture becomes bigger automatically when you crop it. Okay. So now what you want to do is, let's say you say, well, it's a little on the dark side. Let me just enhance it a little. So you hit your brightness here. You could make it really bright, which you don't want to. Try to get it close to as natural as possible. If you have the item in your hand, you could just do it that way as well. If you want to use you can go by your site too and see which is better. You could also do the contrast. Okay, you can make it, if you do it this way, it gets really dark. You brew it that way, it really fades it out. So try to get it to where it looks almost as natural, like almost a perfect color if you want to. If you don't want to, just do the auto adjust. Auto adjust will do it automatically for you. Okay. Now, remember what I was saying with the background? Like if you got like a wrinkle in a sheet or whatever, if you make it bright, the brighter you make it, it will white out that there. But you're also whitening out the picture here. So you got to be careful when it comes to doing that there. Okay. And remember, if you don't like the way it comes out, you say, oh, geez, I want to keep it just the way it is. Hit the auto adjust, and that'll bring it back there. Or if you don't even like the way auto adjust work, just hit the cancel, and cancel will bring it right back to where it is. Okay. But for the most part, I think it's a good idea to at least crop the picture, because it will make it bigger. Okay. And that's what you would do, basically. That's all you do. And you had the rotation feature, you know, like that. You could rotate it as well. So if you take a picture with your camera and it comes like this, like, oh, no, you upload it and say, oh, no, what am I going to do? Just hit the rotate button right here, and that'll take care of it. For all intents and purposes, I might just you know, brighten up just a touch, you know, like that. A little scotch on that one there and a little on that. I think that looks pretty good. If you are going to, another little tip, if you are going to, you know, you're satisfied with the contrast and brightness, remember the two numbers, you know, 27 and 29. And what you're going to do is after you save it, you're going to go back and do it the same thing to this one. Because see what will happen? One will be brighter and the other will be darker. So what you're going to do is same thing. You're going to scroll. I know if you have a lot of pictures, I know it goes, they give you it to 12, but if you're going to do that, try to remember those numbers, which shouldn't be too hard. It's like 27, 29. This way, when the buyer, potential buyer, looks at it, the picture's all going to look the same, okay? And so in some cases like that, it'll look the same like that, all right? And the same thing with this here. You would do that there. You would change it over like that, 27, 29. Let's say that looks. And 29. I could always do this later. I don't want to take too much of your time, folks. But that's how you would do that there, okay? And also, if you want to sharpen it, I forgot to show you the sharpen feature. Very simple to use. If you hit it too much, it'll make it too grady. But try to, you know, it goes up to highest, it goes up to 200%. Just try to, if you want to just make it get a little clarity, you want it to be really sharpened up the photo, you could do that feature too. But always remember, when you finish, save, or else all that work that you're doing, that little touch-ups are all going to be gone. Okay, I'll play around with this later. I don't want to take too much of your time up. So with that, we're going to close out this video, and this time we are going to close it out. Well, I hope that little video tutorial just helped out with the eBay. So you don't have to worry, folks, if you take pictures and they come out upside down or sideways, whatever, they're too light, too dark, or whatever, or your camera, let's say you didn't have your camera settings, don't worry about it. You could always take care of it like that through the photo enhancement what they have built in with eBay. So you don't have to really worry about that stuff there. However, it depends on also on your photos, the way you take your pictures. Like I said, I showed you a couple of ways with the background, the white versus the background, how one enhanced the other. And also, if you're going to use background burner, which is a good tool, I still think it's a good tool, even though some of it might be, you know, some of it shows you like some things are blotted out or whited out. You got to make sure if you're working with dark objects, like a little darker than, you know, if it's something white on white, it's going to be hard, because I think background burner, when it sees the image as a white image, I think it'll tend to kind of like, you know, take away from it. With the background, like if I didn't try it with the black background on the thing, the cookie jar. I don't know if that would have worked. It probably would have worked good too, but I don't know. I like to experiment, and that's why I'm sharing this information with you guys. Explore, experiment, and like I said again, if you get a takeaway from it, and you do like the videos I produce, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post new videos out, please hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Pasini signing out. It's March 25th, 2019. This month is going fast, folks. It's going fast. Did you believe it? Easter's coming right on the corner. Ugh, I can't think of it. I'm thinking about everything else that's got to come along within April too, right? With the tax time and everything else going on. Oh boy. Anyway, we'll make it. We'll survive. But anyway, have a good day, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.